Who gives you the right to video? Uniform. This is not proper. Why are you videoing? This is not a place to do it. This is not how to do it. I am telling you, if you allow us to do it, people are supposed to do it. So how are you going to kill us? You want to kill us? If you allow us, I'm not telling you. You want to kill us like you kill our brother Jesus. Like you kill our brother Jesus. You want to kill us like you want to kill us. Hey! Everybody, sit down. What are you about to sit down? Sit down. You came with people carrying rifles. I saw them with you. Does that mean anything? No. The people carrying rifles.
NSAS protest has been going on for some days till the Lekki 20th 10/2020 incident, calling for a curfew ban on citizens in Lagos State. After the curfew ban was lifted, the protest continues, led by human rights activist Omoyele Sowore. The protest began at the arrival and departure hall of Lagos International Airport. However, one man in military uniform was seen querying the protesters and demanding they stop the protest. From the video, one could see a hot argument between the military man and the protesters. Okay, the military was deployed to try to intimidate us, according to what Omoyele Sowore tweeted on his Twitter page. They try to intimidate us as protests resumed in Abuja International Airport, where #NSAS graffiti was painted at departure and arrivals. However, we made it clear that we won't back down. No going back. #revolution. Now, yes, this whole thing has been ongoing. It started again yesterday. Of course, they've lifted the curfew, so I don't think it is a crime for people to say, oh, or it is a crime not to protest, because that is exactly what they are looking for. If really you are sincere with what you are saying. Some people are of the opinion that, okay, you said you are going to do this, you are going to do that. For those who are always jumping and say, oh, why would they be protesting? I don't know why people will not be protesting. You have not asked the question that since 2016 they've been coming with different things that they are going to change SARS, they are going to do this and that, and we have seen that they've been playing lip service with all of these things. If you said you are going to do something, what is the time frame? They will say, oh, give us time. But when it comes to the issue of their remunerations and allowances, and they want to pass bill that will favor them, it does not take time. They will quickly set up committee. The day they what did they do when they just said they've disbanded the SARS and come up with this SWAT? Within less than 48 hours or 72 hours, they have come out with this thing, and people started querying this whole thing, that how can you just create another unit just to say, oh, you have done something, because that is just the pattern they've been doing right from time, and you expect people to believe such a thing. And now the reason why they did all of those things they did in Lekki with all their lies here and there was to stop that protest, because they started with even with the hoodlums that they were talking about. Hoodlums, who created the hoodlums? Because we saw in some of the videos where the government officials were dropping the so-called hoodlums that were attacking the protesters. So what do we have to say to that? We saw all of those things. They started it and the thing escalated. The government started this whole thing. If the government is sincere, when people are protesting, why can't you protect them? We see how protest has been ongoing in other places, which these wicked people, they know about it. Because to me, I just feel that they are wicked. You cannot protect the protesters if really you are sincere with what you have promised that you are going to do. You would have protected them, knowing that at the end of the day, whatever they are asking for, it is not even out of place. It is what you failed to do in the first place. The complaint that people have been giving since this about answers, people have been complaining for close to how many years? 4 to 5 years. People have been, let us just even try to minimize it to that numbers of years. What have you done? You have been hearing. They will not tell us they have not been hearing, and every year they try to change it. They try to change it before this whole thing now started. You can't be deceiving people that say, yes, we have heard you, and they should just go back. It does not work. It doesn't work that way. That is why we found ourselves in this kind of position. Of course, some people who do not, whether if you have purported in your heart that you want to live a life of suffering, good and fine. It is your choice. But if people say, I can't, or some set of people say, we don't want to live in this kind of a life of deceit, that is their choice. So you face your own, and whatever they are doing, whether they are still protesting, it is in their own right. And because fortunately, they are not taking into arms, they are not violent, they are not doing that, disturbing other people. So why is it that the government will not want them to protest? If you are campaigning, nobody's going to tell them, oh, you have campaigned yesterday, why do you want to campaign again? Nobody's going to tell you that. They are always going from pillar to post. We saw the recent, at least if we have forgotten how they go about their campaign. Recently in Edo State and Ondo State, they've been going from pillar to post, going everywhere, campaigning. Nobody ever stopped them to say, oh, you have campaigned yesterday, why should you go and campaign again? So if people do not get what they want, they are not satisfied, yes, the protest must continue, because they felt that because of what happened in Lagos, because it was orchestrated, because from their lies you know that it was a deliberate act, because they believe that by the time they take 1 or 2 persons down, the rest once they will have sense. But there are many ways to do a lot of these things, which the people themselves, they have been coming out with all these things. Some people are saying, oh, she already this, she already that. Of course, this is what this guy has been talking about. It has come to pass. They talk of revolution when it's packed up. When they were calling people to come out, nobody wanted to come out. But when the time came out, when the time came for action to be taken, everybody slugged in. Everybody slugged in. The thing people who have been talking about, they have been saying, nobody forced anybody. By default, the whole thing just escalated. Unfortunately, the politicians are not learning anything. They are not learning anything. They just keep on doing the same thing, thinking that they are going to get away with it. This one, you are not going to get away with it at all. You are not going to get away with it. Do the right thing, and you will have peace as well. If you don't do the right thing, peace will be far away from you. Just like they always say that a child that says his parents will not sleep, the child also will not have rest of mind. We never have rest of mind. So do the right thing. Whatever the people are asking for, it is in their own right. They've not even started asking for the main thing. They have not started asking. Some people will come out and say children are complaining. What an insult. What an insult. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Let us know what you think in the comment section.